This is part 2 of the radiation video. So the first video I told you about ionizing radiation. The next video is radiation through medicine. So in February of 2010, this year, the FDA announced that medical companies or companies that make CT scans, machines, have to modify them so that they are not putting out as much radiation, because these CT scans increase the risk of cancer. So let me explain. The measurement that I know and understand is millirems. That's an amount having to do with radiation. For instance, a regular chest x-ray gives the patient between 15 and 30 millirems of radiation per x-ray. Now, here's an interesting fact for you. A person that works for a nuclear reactor at the site, the legal limit of radiation per year that an employee can be exposed to is 5,000 millirems of radiation per year. Well, guess what? Guess how much radiation is in one CT scan. Are you ready for this? 5,000 millirems in one scan. That's why these things are so dangerous. Since I did this original research in 2009, now the mathematics have all been changed and they're using different names for the numbers, making it much more difficult for a person to figure out the dose. So I'm sticking with millirems because I understand them. My little girl, who's now 10, who just completed her leukemia treatment in May of 2010, she's cancer-free, but this poor little girl received over 15,000 millirems of radiation, and the bulk of those was in 3 CT scans. This is very upsetting. Now, here's another example for you. One CT scan equals, in radiation, 400 chest x-rays. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think that there's any possibility that there's other technology out there not being used or not supported? Because obviously when you have a monopoly, you're going to keep anyone else from getting in. I cannot believe that in this day and age, there is no technology available that would replace the amounts of radiation that patients are getting from these scans. I just don't believe it. Take a look at that movie about the cars with Tucker, the manufacturer who came out with that incredible car decades ago. He was way ahead of his time, and the movie portrays what he went through when the other car companies wanted to suppress his car and his technology. So I think there's more technology out there. One doctor is trying to propose that patients keep track of how many scans they've had in their lifetime, and he's saying let's have a lifetime limit. Well, why can't we try other technology? You know, insurance doesn't like MRIs because they cost a lot more, but they are far less damaging to the body than a CT scan. So we have a big problem with this, and just to let you know, I called the head of radiology at my daughter's hospital and I spoke to the head physicist, and he substantiated what I said to him. I said, so you mean to tell me that you know my daughter is getting 5,000 millirems of radiation in one scan? And he said yes. So that's what you need to know, and this is how you can protect yourself. Absolutely, if you have to, as a life-saving technology, get a scan, you have to get it. But you must avoid repetitive scans. They are a danger to your health. They are linked to causing cancer, and the reason why is because they emit ionizing radiation. Like I said earlier, those are those teeny tiny particles that you can't see that put out energy perpetually. That's right, perpetually. So the other damage with radiation and this technology is that we don't have a way to get rid of it. We can't wipe it out. We can't neutralize it. There's been talk of burying it in huge caverns lined blah, 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 blah. I can tell you right now that in the book, Killing Our Own, that I mentioned in the earlier video, it mentions in there a whole city wiped out in Russia by a nuclear waste dump. So we are dealing with something that is so dangerous to every single one of us. And I'm asking you to wake up and take action and get educated on this subject. It is so, so, so important. So do me a favor, when you finish watching this video, type in CT scan and health risks. Do a search on the internet, take a look for yourself and read the articles. And you'll see that there's conflicting information and the information is being played down. You know, well, yes, well, maybe, counterpoint, counterpoint, counterpoint. This is a method used to confuse the public. Don't let it confuse you. The fact is that one scan is the equivalent in radiation of what a nuclear reactor worker can be exposed to in 1 year. That's the fact that you need to know. Okay, my name is Debbie. My website is freehelpforcancer.com. Thank you very much.